someone like myself is someone who wants to win games and see division titles, whether we win in October or not. And I think that's the problem with DC sports fans.
Also, what's going on? Why are we all of a sudden talking to Justin Turner's beard?
We love winning.
We on?
Yeah, we're on OT. Hey everybody, welcome to a special episode of DC Sports Daily, weekly, whenever we want to bring it to you. We're coming at you live from the office. The office as in office talk. I'm here with OT. Say hi to the good people, OT.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Happy to be here. Pumped to talk about some sports today.
The acoustics in this room are good enough you don't have to swallow the mic. So
Perfect.
Yeah.
Hello.
But there we go. Yeah, so Corey, obviously, on vacation. He is, actually, at this moment in time, he's still at work. But he will be getting on a plane, flying to Illinois to see the love of his life, and having a happy Halloween. So what am I going to do? I'm going to sit here with OT, and we're going to make you some money right here, right now, with some office picks.
Yes, I am great. It's actually, I'm really happy because last week's slate of games I felt like was pretty mediocre. And I feel like we've really got, aside from what should have been a decent Monday night game, but we talk about that a little later. But this week's slate of games, especially in college, is significantly better.
Yeah, so can we start with the line that we were discussing earlier? Because
the Ohio State line?
Yeah.
It's down to 6.5 now. Ohio State at home against Penn State, the number 2 team in the country, is minus 6.5, which is just an absolutely staggering number considering how Penn State has looked this year. Ohio State has basically fallen off the radar since they lost to Oklahoma, right? Is that?
I think so.
It was Oklahoma. They lost.
You pay more attention to.
Yeah, no, they lost. They lost
all
to
Oklahoma. Mediocre college football that goes on outside the ACC than I do.
Yeah, because that was when. Oh God, ACC. Talk about mediocrity. Because guess who the best team in the ACC is right now? NC State. Guess who beat them? South Carolina.
Yeah, in week 1. Who cares?
Well, that's what. You know what? That's a great lead-in, a great segue, because I think that's what's happening here with Ohio State. I think that, so right now, 63% of the public is betting Penn State. The spread actually opened at 10.
Which is wild.
It's insane. Penn State, the number 2 team in the country. Can you imagine if Alabama was getting 10 points on the road to anybody?
And I'm not ready to say Penn State is going to just, take the hammer to Bama, but Penn State looks good. They look very good.
Okay, so here's what I'll say about Penn State. They've beaten a Michigan team that is a lock for unders. Just FYI, if you're really into unders, Michigan cannot score for, their field goal kicker, there was college football fantasy, you want Michigan's field goal kicker because they cannot score touchdowns. I don't know what they're missing their starting quarterback, but so I guess is that their primetime win? Who else has been on the Nittany Lions schedule so far this year? Have they played anybody of any note other than that? I think they beat
Iowa?
Yeah, I was going to say Iowa. But I don't think they played anybody out of conference.
I don't know. I can pull up the schedule if you really want me to. But
they played Pitt. But anyway,
Pitt sucks.
So it opened at 10. It's down to 6. It's been holding firm at 6, 6.5, 7, somewhere there, depending on your site. This is a line I am all over the Buckeyes.
The Buckeyes.
I am betting the Buckeyes. That is a game I am taking this week for sure. I just think that so first of all, I was looking at Kuiper. I like to do this in some of the primetime games before I bet. I was looking at the McShay, Kuiper, NFL draft boards.
Of course.
The Ohio State defense has I've actually never seen this one before. Actually, Clemson last year was one of these teams. Ohio State has 6 defensive linemen on the NFL radar. So they are extremely deep up front. Their defense is stacked. I think beginning in the year against Baker Mayfield, they lost a couple corners and safeties to the NFL. I think he took advantage of that in week 1. I think that Ohio State's kind of squared that away. And I think J.T. Barrett. Now, here's the key to this game, and one of the reasons I like Ohio State, again, is it is supposed to be freezing, and it is supposed to be rainy.
Okay, so that means you got to run the ball.
That's very true.
And who is Penn State going to hand the ball off to? Remind me what his name is.
Guy named Saquon Barkley, but you know what?
Saquon Heisman? Is that what? Yeah.
You know what? I think you've got a point, but on some level, their offensive line needs to be able to block those guys, and I could see a situation where they struggle to run the ball. And Ohio State's backfield is, the best player on the field is Saquon Barkley.
Yes, hands down.
No question.
And he will be in every game that he plays this year.
He's awesome. He'll be a top 5 pick. He's fantastic. But the Ohio State backfield is no joke. Mike Weber, the freshman kid who's tearing it up, J.T. Barrett, Brian
You lose
Bull.
all credibility when your name is the freshman kid.
I can't remember his name, but Mike Weber was the freshman starter last year. He's back from a knee injury, and I can't remember the actual freshman's name who started game 1 because Weber was out. God, I can't remember his name. And then J.T. Barrett, and I think their pass game, it's going to be a low-scoring one. I think 57. I think you take the under all day there. But if I'm going to pick one spread on this game, I'm betting Ohio State minus the 6.5.
Wow. All right. Any other college football spreads that you like? Ones that you don't like? Anything to stay away from?
So I actually have bet. Did I bet all 3? I think I bet all 3 games tonight, which was.
Well, here's the spread that I'm looking at.
Okay.
Because I'm a Wake fan, obviously. It's been well documented here. Wake started the year 4-0. Then they played Florida State, outplayed them the entire game, but in true Wake Forest fashion, lost on a blown coverage, lost by a touchdown, covered. Then we get Clemson the next week, cover there too. 28 point spread. We lost 28-14 with a backup quarterback, I will say. Then we go and we play Georgia Tech. That's the rough one. We don't match up well against them. We lost that game at Georgia Tech, though, tough. But we're sitting at 4-3. We're playing the 5-3 Louisville Cardinals.
Yep.
I don't know what to think of Louisville at this point.
So I've been riding the
and it's a 3 points spread.
So I've been riding the Lamar Jackson over train for a couple weeks now. He likes to put up points.
And their defense is horrendous.
Anybody. Yeah, they can't stop anybody. I don't have a pick in this game. The public is split on both the over and Louisville opened at a 5. They're down to a 3-point favorite. The public likes Louisville 60%, but I'm not, I could see that. I think this is going to be a good game. It's probably the best noon game on Saturday.
I love when we play at noon. I love kicking off my football watching Saturday, watching my team play and beat the Louisville Cardinals.
And this is what I'll say about noon games. When you are the underdog at home playing a stud player, your best chance for the W
is to injure him.
Is the noon kick.
Yes, it is.
I think it's the noon kick. I think that's your best chance for Jackson to come out slow. He's prone to interceptions. Wake does have a good defense. I am not going to bet the over in this game because I'm a little worried that Wake might be able to stop him.
Wake has a very good defense. So typically my advice to people, if somebody asks me, how should I in general, what's a general rule of thumb for betting Wake games? You take the under and you take Wake to cover because they're not going to be favorites, but they don't get blown out. They keep games close. This is a situation where Vegas has now started to outsmart me. Shocker. Where we don't get 15 points against Louisville, which last year we would have. I think we did. We get 3. Ew.
Yeah,
it's a tough game to bet. I won't be betting it.
I'm just looking at this slate, and as I'm saying that's the best noon game, then I see that Oklahoma State is playing West Virginia, Ole Miss is playing Arkansas.
I still stand by your. I'm going to cut this part. It's best noon game.
I think Wake is the best noon game, but this slate is fantastic.
It's a great week for college football.
It is a really good college football week after what was a just terrible slate.
Well, the week before was amazing because you had no top 25 teams playing each other, and you had so many upsets, and you can't top that.
No.
You knew that college football is in for a little bit of a down week.
Absolutely. So,
and Texas, poor Texas, they had a chance to make it a great week.
What was that kid thinking?
Did you see the shot of his mom right after?
So when I saw the play at first, I didn't watch the game, but when I saw the replay, I was like, "Oh, it's 4th down," or it's
third.
I thought, "Oh, it's 4th down. They're down."
It might have been
7.
2nd down,
right? But I thought it was 4th down,
yeah.
And they needed a 7, and he was just like, "I'll give my guy a play." Then I looked at it, and I saw it was 3rd down, and they were down 3.
Yeah.
That goes down in the all-time gaffes section with
yes.
Chris Webber's timeout and a couple. I mean, it wasn't that big of a game. But
Kirk Cousins taking a knee instead of spiking it.
It's not quite the Kirk Cousins.
I know
the Kirk Cousins knee with 5 seconds left in the half, which is just. Oh,
come
God.
on, man!
They
had to bring that back up. Did you watch the pregame on Monday night? Because they did a whole "Come on, man" special with Kirk's knee.
With the knee, yeah. I mean, it deserved it. I mean, you are a professional quarterback. I mean, that is pee-wee football mistake. Like, you can't.
That's a mad mistake where you press.
Yeah,
you press the wrong button. You press hurry up instead of spike.
Yeah, you push the Y button. So I guess we could start kind of going through some more games, but I think the
what's the big primetime matchup tomorrow? Where's game day? What's the?
Oh, you know what? Oh, obviously the game day is in Ohio State.
Oh,
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I don't know that for a fact, but
that would be 2 straight, Saturday night ABC games for Penn State, right?
Yeah,
that's a lot of primetime coverage.
I mean, I don't you. You got to put them in prime. They're entertaining.
I hate that song that they keep playing. But do you believe that you can win that fight tonight? I hate that song.
I actually thought you were going to go a different direction on that song. This might offend some listeners, but I hate that. The Penn State cheer that they do when they're all jumping up the zombie march. I can't. They think they're so.
No, that's very old. That's what I listen to get hyped up for like a 4th grade basketball game.
Yeah, they do have. I will say the Penn State camera view from the field is just overwhelmingly cool. Like if you were a high school kid and you went and you saw that, how do you not get like the rafters in front of you go up as far as you can see.
Rafters like go up like this, not like this.
The stadium seating goes it's like 4 levels in the end zone.
Yeah.
The view from the end zone camera is so cool.
It is insane. Speaking of cameras, why is it that college football games have better production value than like your NFL afternoon slate?
The pageantry and the overall coverage of college games and the announcers are much better.
Yes.
In college. And I have the same question. I don't know.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like college games, you actually get like a good pylon cam, like a good goal